Why hello there, and welcome to an impromptu episode. I didn't plan on making this one, but somebody let me raid their basement for an old computer that they had lying around, and it wasn't working, so they let me have it. And we're gonna peek inside, see what's inside of it, and see if we can fix it, and maybe have some fun with it in a little bit. So, first things, this is a really nice server case. I believe it's a cogen. A little lock there, opens up, and ooh, I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Oh, let me get that for you. You got some fan controllers, DVD, and an SD reader with your Athlon X2, which is probably inside, with an Asus motherboard, hefty, chunky power switch, and then you got a massive fan, kind of dusty. All right, let's peek inside and see what's inside. All right, let's open her up. With an Athlon X2, that could be socket 939. AM2, not entirely sure, so this dates it around 2006, 2007, around that time. So it's a good solid 10 years old, at least at this point in time, but we're going to see if we can still recover it and have some fun with it. Oh, sweet, this is for card sag. And speaking of which, there are several cards inside. Okay, take that off, so that's to prevent card sag. Doesn't look like they used it. So we got a graphics card here, tuner card here, some pretty beefy fans with braided cables, which is really nice. We got 4 of the DIMM slots filled up with Buffalo RAM. Looks to be 1 GB each, so that's going to be 4 GB of DDR2 most likely, almost certainly DDR2. Got your DVD drive. Looks like they used this for storage, because there's 3 different SATA hard drives. There's SATA, yeah, all of these are SATA, but they do have 1 ribbon cable for the DVD drive. It's got a silencer, ooh, PC Power and Cooling, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. It's a 470 watt power supply. And this is it's an Asus something or other motherboard, M2NE. There's only one 16X PCIe slot, so no Crossfire or SLI with this board. And oop, I see the issue right away. It looks as though the heatsink, well, it's not attached. And there's actually a broken off mount there for the heatsink, so I'll have to find another mount, but that shouldn't be too terribly hard. Alright, let's take a look at what sort of graphics card we have in here. This is a BFG NVIDIA card. It's probably a 6000 or a 7000 series. 7600 GT, or what do we have? This is a 7300 GT. So we've got a 7300 GT here with 256 megs of RAM, so it's nothing impressive. If we want a game, we want something a little nicer. TV tuner, I'm not really sure what that is. It's Windows TV, WinTV. Probably doesn't work anymore. So that's the computer. It's nice it has fan controls in the front, SD reader. This is actually a pretty legit system for being 10 years old, but we can't really game with this, so I'm going to find something a little newer to put in it. Maybe something period correct as well. Probably the best one I can find for around the 2007-2006 time frame. I have a couple graphics cards down here, so let me find them. Here we go. This one will work. This one is the ATI, back when ATI was ATI, not AMD. This is an ATI 1900 XT, I believe. Nope, it's just an X1900, not the X1950 XT. This is the 1900, the X1900 with 512 megs of DDR3. It's got a 6-pin, but I believe I saw a 6-pin PCIe in here. It's a 470 watts. So, yep, there it is, hiding in the corner. So we'll be able to throw this in. But before I do that, I want to take out, I believe it's this slot. It's the one I'm going to need to take out. And then we'll play some games on it. I don't know if we'll be able to play any games on it right now due to the fact that I need to get a new one of these, but I'm going to put her in and prepare for maybe next episode when we actually do something fun with it. Will this fit? Ooh, it's nice and tight. This is not a big graphics card, and yet it doesn't want to fit. But I gotta say, I really do like this server case. It's chunky. Alright, And, oh, looks like they cable tied everything nicely, so I will have to find something to snip that with. Good thing I am in the basement where all the tools are. I don't have to go far. And sorry if it sounds like crap. This was an impromptu episode. I never planned on making it. But I thought I'd share something this week. So this is almost definitely PCIe. Gotta make sure, yeah, that's PCIe. And let's see if I can fit that in there. Oh boy, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. Alright, there we go. So I'm gonna find something for this and put a cooler on. I should probably find out what kind of, this is gonna be so gross, I don't have a paper towel. Or do I? I do. Anyhow, I want to see what Athlon's hiding underneath here. It's next to it of some sort. It is an Athlon X2 something something something. It's an older one, or 939. Man, if this was a 939, that would have made my 939 overclocking episode way easier if I could have found this one. But I don't think it is a 939. I'll recall this motherboard. Unfortunately, I don't quite know what it is. Well, I guess we'll have to find out together. I hope this thing boots right up after we put the new heatsink on, so let's do such a thing. Alrighty, we're back. I managed to find some mounts from my AM3 motherboard I had lying around doing nothing, so that's what we put in there in place of this broken mount. That's what was actually broken. It should be a tab like that right there, and that's why the heatsink came off and likely the computer did not work. So hopefully nothing else was damaged, hopefully the processor still works and all that. And by the way, to the person who let me have this, you are awesome and you know who you are. Let's continue on. Put some Glaba paste on there, just enough to keep it cool. And this is always my favorite part. Well, that was actually relatively painless. And CPU fan 1 is right there, so let's plug her in. And I'll meet you back up in my office. Let's get out of this dark and dank basement. And yeah, we'll see if it works. Maybe even play a game or two. Alrighty, well, the computer booted right up after we fixed the heatsink, and it looks like we have Windows Vista, the Ultimate Edition, and there is a password on here, so that's going to be fun. We're going to have to bypass the password. Luckily, there is a quick and easy-ish way to do it, so I'm going to show you how. First thing you're going to want to do is take a Windows boot disk, installation disk. We're using 7 in this case, it doesn't really matter, and we are going to load it, and the reason we're doing this is so that we can replace a file and basically get the command prompt to come up every time you trigger sticky keys. So when you're in here, I believe pressing F11 will get this particular system recovery thing to pop up. And now that we're in the command prompt, you're gonna have to find wherever the OS is installed. It's not on the D drive, so we're gonna go to the C drive, and yep, that's where it's installed. So we are going to take out the sticky keys file and replace it with command.prompt.exe. Just follow this syntax and you should be fine. I'll put this in the description of the video, so if you just want to copy and paste it, it should work, unless it's on a different directory or a different hard drive. Anyhow, this is basically it. We're taking that sticky keys file and replacing it with the command.prompt.exe or cmd.exe. And then once that is done, we can re-log in. And once we're in the login screen, right here, we trigger sticky keys, and instead of sticky keys coming up, the command prompt comes up. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to change the username, or change the user, Dave, and change his password to password. And then once we type that in, first we'll need to exit this, and then we'll type it in. And we should be in like sin, and there we go. We have managed to bypass the Windows password. Not that hard. Anyhow, now that we are in, we should install some games and have some fun. And one of the games I've been dying to play for a long time is Black and White 2. This is one of those games that's really kind of difficult to get running on newer systems due to some proprietary anti-pirating software that really only runs on Vista and below. So now that we're on Vista, we can run it. And although, yes, the stupid little angel and demon avatars are as annoying as sin, the game itself has really held up well over time. I don't remember when this came out, 2005, 2006, 2004 maybe? I don't know. I'll have it up on the screen. Anyhow, this game has held up great over time. It's still better than most of the top-down games coming out today. And it's very well polished, a lot better than all of the, early access games that are like this. This is actually really fun. I had a great time with this. I played an embarrassingly large amount. Anyhow, if you guys want to see something particular with this system, if you want me to do something with it, let me know in the comment section below. I don't really have anything planned for it, but if you guys want to see something, maybe do some proper benchmarks, throw in a better graphics card, or do a period correct system, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thank you folks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I hope you had a little bit of fun today, and I'll catch you folks next time.